Hi, I'm the Noodle Hunter and I'm back in Australia from the lands of Japan. It was a great holiday and I thought it was amazing. I really highly recommend for those who have not been to Japan to go visit that country. It was also a good opportunity for me to get a bunch of cup noodles from that country and send it back straight to Australia. And in the meantime, while I'm waiting for that package to come, I've got something else just for you guys. Kimchi Instant Ramen from the lands of Korea and made by the company Paldo. Weighing in at 120 grams of dry weight and a calorie content of approximately 500, Kimchi Instant Noodles is generally associated with the Korean company Nongshim, which distributes their noodles across the world and is very well known by a lot of fans. However, Paldo must be like an alternative company. It is also made in Korea and it is a Korean company. Whether or not this will taste as good or better than Nongshim, we'll soon find out. So of course these noodles do not fit in my bowl. I think I need to buy a bigger pot. But anyway, these noodles come with just the powder, just like the Nongshim brand, which is pretty interesting. I do wonder if it could potentially be the same powder, but I guess I'll soon find out. On the other hand, these noodles on first glance and touch, they do feel like they're lesser quality. It feels more waxy is probably the best way to describe it. But I won't really know if it's going to taste any good once I cook these noodles. Wow, this powder is actually pretty red. Unfortunately, I apologize that my camera isn't good quality, but it is very red. It doesn't come with any oil either, but I guess I could taste the powder first. Whoa! That's spicy. These noodles might be really good. Nongshim noodles are also known to be spicy as well. And so far, this actually tastes a bit more like kimchi. Now, my favorite part, cooking these noodles. Oh yeah, it's been a while and I missed you, Mr. Kettle. I had to use that Lawson convenience store pot thing, which was a bit inconvenient. But it's definitely a lot more satisfying to cook like this. I think that's enough water, otherwise I might dilute it a little bit too much. Let's flip it around. Oh wait, no, that's enough water. I can just need to submerge it a bit. Nice. I don't know, it doesn't smell as strong as the Nongshim noodles. I really want to taste the soup right now, but I have to let it cook. I'm gonna say that the cook time is about 3 minutes. So now I have to wait these long 3 minutes. So it's been about 3 minutes. So you guys ready for the grand opening of Kimchi Instant Noodles by Paldo? Let's see on first inspection. The water's pretty orange, but it isn't exactly red, which is a concern. But everything else looks fine. The noodles look fat. I love fat noodles. It's the most satisfying thing to chew on. But other than that, let's try the soup, because that's the first thing you need to do. First thing. I am thirsty for soup. Is on the first sip, the soup has coated my throat with its layer of spiciness. I can feel it burn as I talk to you guys right now. However, it's lacking a lot of flavor. When I tasted the powder on its own, it definitely tasted a lot more like kimchi. But as I created it into a soup, it tastes more like a chicken stock rather than kimchi, which is very disappointing because the Nongshim soup tastes a lot more like kimchi, spicy, and all those little things that make kimchi taste like kimchi. You guys have to try that. Yeah, kimchi out. I'm saying it way too many times. Other than that, there's not much depth to these noodles. Well, I mean, sorry, not noodles, soup. Which is leaving me somewhat disappointed because I thought there'd be a lot more flavor to this, but it just kind of tastes like really spicy chicken soup, which is really disappointing. I was expecting a bit more because, you know, as a competing company, you'd think they do a lot better in this, but I guess it was a lot cheaper than Nongshim as well. I guess sometimes the more expensive it is, the better it is. So sadly, I'm gonna have to give this soup a poor rating of 5 out of 10. It's nice though. Like, I like the fact that it's spicy, but other than that, there's not much else to it. It's just chicken spiciness. It doesn't taste like kimchi at all, which is really disappointing. Anyway, the next one is tasting the noodles. Oh yeah. These noodles look good though. I may be surprised. Ooh, check this out, guys. Let's see. Right. The first chew I had kind of tastes a bit like firm but edible cardboard, which is a bit disappointing. As you chew, it becomes more and more mushy. It doesn't stay firm, which is a bit of a weird texture to have, you know? It tastes kind of like mashed potatoes that haven't been cooked properly as you chew on these. Hold on, let me take one more bite just in case I'm just being a little bit too biased with Nongshim, because I do love that company. Let's see. Yeah, I'm really disappointed by this. These noodles didn't taste great at all. Like, I could definitely eat this if I was really hungry, but I'm not. I'm just peckish, you know? That's what instant noodles are for. You should be eating this as a meal, unless you make, like, you know, some instant ramen, crack an egg, add some veggies. But this, you know what it tastes like? Have you ever had really cheap instant ramen before? Because if you haven't, it just doesn't taste like proper noodles. It doesn't taste real, which is a real disappointment. Perhaps maybe I should have cooked this in a pot, but I always like to think that instant noodles is a convenience food. You always make it because it's nice, quick and easy. You don't have to bust out a pot. It's just boil some water, put it in a pot, it's cooked and ready to eat. However, this, it's a lackluster. These noodles, I'm actually going to have to give it a really bad rating. And it makes me a bit disappointed that I have to do this. A solid 4.5 out of 10. And so, you're probably thinking, what should I do next? This is what I always have to do to make sure these noodles are really good. Perhaps even better. But from tasting the soup and the noodles separately, I can tell that these noodles, when you combine these two elements together, it just tastes so plain. And this time, the crazy part is, if you've seen my previous video, sorry if I talk with my mouth full, even when I overdo the water, it still tastes good. This is bland and sad. This really sucks. I'm sorry to end this on a bad note. So would I recommend these noodles? Probably not, unless you're desperate and you really want to eat some kimchi noodles. Other than that, I've got nothing else to say. I hope you enjoyed watching that episode of The Noodle Hunter. You can join me on more adventures if you hit that subscribe button. I'm releasing videos every week. Well, every Monday I should say. Also, could you please hit that like button? It would feed my ego just a little bit more, and I thank you in advance for it. Anyway, sorry, a little bit of gas. I'll see you all next time.